Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Alpine F122 Manager Career Mode. In this episode, we are going to go to Barcelona to Catalonia. So from facilities, I've wanted to kind of look at car development upgrades, and I have one in mind. Currently, we're behind a little bit on the CFD, the Computational Fluid Dynamics simulator, so I think we're going to do the upgrade here, even though it is a whopping $10 million. I think it's going to be something that might benefit us in the long run. All right, looking at the cars tab from the warehouse, our front wing that we made in the last episode, we've not made enough copies of. I just wanted to see, since we have the Spanish Grand Prix, we're gonna rush 2 copies. Hopefully this doesn't impact the other part that we need to make, which is the suspension. We need to make one of these, which would be done in 6 days. So we're actually going to develop this first. And then we're going to have manufacturing of the 2 front wings. And actually, I'm going to check to see if normal will get this done before. So May 16th, that's in 7 days. So we can do this and actually develop 4 of these. So we will be all good to go for the Spanish Grand Prix. Right, so we go to our inbox. We have our post debrief. Our cornering performance could be improved. Post race review. That's just stuff or whatever. Gets board confidence for winning the race. Who knew that would happen? We got our underfloor that's been manufactured. We have 4 currently in the warehouse, so that's good to go. But we're gonna move forward and see what pops up. Alright, so our helipad upgrade is complete. We're going to see how much it is to upgrade it again. I mean, $360,000, why not? We're going to keep moving forward. Got a manufacturing complete of our suspension. We have a low stock on the front wing. That's the one that we are going to be moving away from. And then we also have warning for the front wing as well. We have the suspension manufactured, and then once we get the front wing manufactured, we're going to install both copies onto Fernando and Ocon's car. So with our tour center upgraded, that gets us to $33,000 a month or a week. We're going to see how much it is to upgrade again, and it's max upgraded, so we do not have to worry about this until it needs to be refurbished. We're going to jump back out of here, come back to this, and we see that we have scouting done on Carlos Sainz. He's got 32 months left on his contract. It's going to be about $16 million to buy him out. George Russell, only $2.3 million, $4 million to break him out. And Lando has a buyout of $18 million. That's a crazy salary for Lando. So it looks like our cheapest option, if we decided to go with somebody, would be to go for George Russell. So that's interesting to see, especially with how many months he has left. Let's go actually check out his profile here. Look at his contract. He has until 2025. So yeah, that's a pretty low buyout fee for talent like George. So he might be on our radar for next year. Now that we've gone through, kind of looked through our scoutings, we're gonna go forward again. Our helipad is upgraded again. Our boardroom is upgraded. Got a race review for the Spanish Grand Prix. What does our boardroom upgrade look like? All right, add some monthly upkeep. Improves our race confidence and team attractiveness. How much is it to upgrade it again? I mean, I think I need to stop myself because I just keep upgrading these anytime I get. So, yeah, I think I'll skip on this one. We'll kind of hold our cards close to our chest here. Looking at our finances tab, we shall look at our season balance. Current balance of 39, starting balance. We have projected outcomings of 90 million. What's our breakdown? So our outgoings, we've had $63 million of outgoing. We have a balance of 28 million. We have 91 million left of the cost cap. So I don't know if we're even going to get close to the cost cap, but at least we can try. Maybe I'll go a little bit harder at the end of the year when we kind of see a tangible amount of, okay, we got like 2 months left, and you know, we can go, okay, we have 2 months left. We're gonna go, you know, spend, you know, $20 million on more facility upgrades for the 2023 season. But we're gonna go back here, the helipad upgrade, and how much is that? It's $480,000. Screw it. Buy it again. Need those helipad upgrades. All right, so it looks like we have. Did it finish manufacturing those parts? Front wings. We have their 3 front wings here, so we're gonna install onto both cars. If we break one, we're gonna be in trouble for the race, but that's okay. We're gonna keep the. Yeah, we're just gonna risk it. We're gonna put Duhan in for practice, so hopefully he doesn't screw up our car. And I'm gonna move on to the performance targets. Alright, so looking at our performance targets, we have qualifying position, qualifying 15th or above, finish position, getting both cars to finish 15th or above. We've not done a qualifying streak because I'm scared of doing that since I've had Ocon get eliminated in Q1 twice this year. But we're going to move on to practice from Barcelona. Alright, so getting ready for practice 1, we are going to put Duhan in place of Ocon. Continuing on with the flipping notion, glad we started putting Duhan in when we did, because I really wanted Alonso to be in all the practice sessions for Spain. So we will hopefully do the same when it comes time for the French Grand Prix. So yeah, we're gonna move through and skip all the practice sessions. If it wasn't clear, I do all the practice sessions just because I like to have the control and try to get the car setups 100% perfect for the race. So anyways, we're going to go on and skip through practice 1 through 3. Alright, so practice 1 ended. We had Max Verstappen top of the board. We had Alonso finishing 9th, and then we had Duhan in 12th. Practice 2 was a little bit more interesting. We had both of our cars top of the board. We only had a couple laps to do just to kind of get the setup information back before sending them out in the long run. Things that happened in this session, actually Ocon ran wide and actually made contact with Alonso. We didn't have any damage to any of the cars, so it's nothing that really needs to be worried about, but I'll insert a replay of it after I mention that Ricardo actually had a big crash in practice, had a lockup, and just went straight on into the wall at the reconfigure corner. I forget the name of it, but I'll insert the replay of the Ocon Alonso contact and then the Ricardo crash.
Here's the replay. Now have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon. Going wide like that could cost them valuable time. Let's have a look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here. They've lost control, and there's the crash.
Yes, that was a big hit for Ricardo. Looking at practice 3, we had Alonso finish top of the board. Ocon finished all the way down at the bottom. We had him on a very worn gearbox in this practice session, so he was just kind of pit-pattering around, just trying to get that track acclimatization up high. Alonso, I actually ran him out of fuel. Just thought I could push in an extra lap to get him onto 100% track acclimatization. Could not do so, ran out of fuel with about like 8 minutes left in practice. That was kind of embarrassing, but we're going to move on to the qualifying preparation. So getting ready for qualifying, I actually wanted to show you the car parts on both cars. We've been using this engine in practice just to kind of use it up because it takes out a lot of condition when you use certain engines and stuff. So having a dedicated practice engine that we'll put in there, even if it means we might have a reliability issue, is totally fine with me. We're going to put this engine in for this race because this is the engine we put in for Miami. So Alonso's kind of toting the line a little bit with some of the engine stuff. If we end up having a mistake with him, we could actually just take some grid penalties and kind of refresh our parts up because we've used all of some of the parts that we've had for him. We have a engine that is extremely worn due to a crash that Duhan had with Ocon, but we're still using this engine as our main race engine, but at some point we're going to switch over to the E6 engine. Same with the ERS. We've got a very low ERS that we should have switched to this one. And then our gearbox, we had this very low one that we've been running in the practice sessions. We're just waiting for it to kind of blow up. But this is the gearbox that we used, I believe, 2 races ago, and this might be the gearbox that we used in the last race. But this is what we have for on the cars for this weekend, and we are going to move on to the first round of qualifying.
Radio check, Esteban. Radio check. Radio check.
Loud and clear.
And green light.
Alright, since we're clearly through, we're going to just ride on board here with Albon to kind of give an idea of what the circuit looks like. So he is down below the cut line. We're fairly far up. We're 2nd and 4th. So we're doing a really good job with whatever we're doing. But Albon coming through this corner here. Doing a fairly good job. I wish I could see the sector times. It's a small gripe of the game.
Session over.
Alright, session is over. Oops, I did not mean to do that. We're going to ride on board. We're going to see who gets out here. Hamilton's down below the cut line here. He's going to jump up to 6th place. Albon is out. And it looks like Sonoda is as well. So getting ready for Q2. We're going to send them out on 2 laps on the worn set of tires. We only did 1 lap on them, so we should be pretty good to go. So 2 laps with a cooldown lap in between, and then we'll pull them into the pits, and then we will see if we need to send them out on another flyer.
And another radio check.
Yeah, radio check.
Alright, so we're going to ride on board here with Fernando Alonso. This is going to be his 2nd flying lap. We're going to see what he can do here. We're going to also pull up Ocon's times because Ocon is ahead. We're just going to see and watch his sectors as Ocon is down his 1st sector. Catching a Haas here with Alonso, so hopefully we can get by him fairly easily. We're also down our 1st sector with Alonso as well. Alright, let's see what Ocon can do middle sector. He's up middle sector. So is Alonso. Alright, we need to have a strong finish to this lap. We're going to see where Ocon ends up. So it looks like Ocon does not improve at all, and neither does Alonso. Alright, so we're going to ride on board with Ocon here. Ocon here is actually out currently at the moment. So we're going to watch his sectors, and we're going to see what he can do. Any green sectors everywhere. He needs to gain 0.2 of a second. Looks like there's a problem with Ricardo. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a grid penalty or a penalty in session. I wish it would kind of show you what it is. Can I see it if I hover it? No. Alright. Ocon, down his 1st sector. Come on, dude. On fresh tires. Let's see what he can do in his 2nd sector. Didn't have Alonso's time up. Okay, he's up his middle sector. He needs to gain about 0.2 on his lap.
Okay, mate, nice job today.
And we're going to see where Ocon crosses the line, and I skip forward. He goes 7th. I did not mean to do that. And where does Alonso go? Alonso goes 5th. Alright, so for Q3, I want to save a set of soft tires for the race. So we have 2 sets available in the pits. So we're going to send them out on a used set. We'll just do it on 1 lap for both of these guys. We'll send them out with about 8 minutes remaining, and then we are going to go use the set we get for advancing to Q3 with them for their final run. So we're going to move on to the start of Q3.
Radio check.
I think it's okay.
Alright, we're going to ride on board with Alonso for his Q3 lap here. He's on fresh tires. He's 0.2 off of Verstappen, so that's a pretty close gap there for him. Ocon currently 6th. Hopefully they're both up their 1st sectors. Alonso is not. We're going to see where Ocon goes in his 1st sector. Seems like he's still pretty far behind. He's got a big gap. Okay, he's up his first sector. Alright, we'll see what Alonso does. He goes up his middle sector. See if Alonso can finish his lap before Ocon gets to his second sector. Alonso is going to come across the line as Ocon goes down his middle sector. Alonso stays in fourth. And we are going to jump on board with Mr. Ocon here. And we're going to see where he finishes in relation to the fields. Ocon comes across the line and he is going to go. He's going to stay sixth. Hopefully no one jumps ahead of him. Perez jumps up to fourth, so we are fifth and seventh. Alright, so your starting grid for the Spanish Grand Prix is Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton, Esteban Ocon, George Russell, Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Guan Yu Zhou, Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel, Lance Stroll, Alexander Albon, and your final place on the grid is Nicholas Latifi.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Alpine demonstrated a lot of grit during qualifying here, and will be hoping that the hard work pays off when it comes to the race. It was a pleasure to watch Red Bull's excellent performance during qualifying. Their drivers will now be looking ahead to the race itself and hoping to capitalize. And the clouds today look very ominous, which means that teams may have to contend with rain at some point during the race.
Well, Formula One is back in Barcelona, and the teams have got their work cut out for them.
Alright, so we are going to get ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. We have a bit of an odd strategy. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to bet on there being some rain. We've got a 40% chance of rain all the way through pretty much most of the race. So I'm going to extend Alonso as far as I can on the medium tires. I'm also going to have Ocon stay on the hard tire. I want Alonso to kind of have that attacking position going into the race. So we're going to put him on this stupid aggressive strategy of going on to the hard tire. If it rains, it'll be a great strategy. If it doesn't, it's not going to be a good strategy at all. So yeah, we're kind of hedging our bets on some stuff happening, and hopefully it does. But strategy-wise, we're just going to run the normal stuff here, and then we're going to move on to the start of the race.
The drivers have now taken position on the grid, and it's looking like a cloudy day. Looking at Fernando Alonso here. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. Further back, we've got Esteban Ocon. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. The race start is mere seconds away. This is it. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, so we got a 40% chance of rain in the next 4 minutes. Alonso currently in P4. He moves up ahead of Perez. Hopefully nothing happens here going into turn 1. Okay, so Ocon drops back to 6th position, or up to 6th position ahead of the Mercedes, so we're sitting in a really, really good position here. We're just going to watch through kind of what happens on this first lap. We're going to move up to 2x speed.
Overtake from Alpine.
We're sitting close here, so we're just going to wait until we see the DRS come in, or we see something with the rain. So we're going to fast forward here. We're going to go 16 times. We're just going to wait to see until the DRS is activated. Oh, we need to gain some time here with Alonso to get into that DRS zone.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled.
Alright, so we're going to go 2x speed with Alonso. Just to hopefully get in that DRS zone. Because we can get that DRS zone, that means that we can hang on here. There's no rain on the track. We got a 40% chance right now. We're going to see if we start seeing the millimeters go up. Alright, we're going to go on a neutral now because we're in the DRS range with him. But Ocon is not, so we're going to put Ocon on deploy. We're going to ride on with Ocon. Ocon really needs to close up this gap. Hopefully be able to gap Hamilton. Hopefully don't pull him along. Need to just get within that 1.8 seconds that we have to Perez. It does not look like that we're going to have the opportunity to do so.
Alpine just advanced.
We're going to keep trying, because if we can get ahead of the Mercedes here, which we are dragging along pretty steadily, we might have a shot at doing something here, but it does not look that likely. Got 1.9 seconds. We are almost halfway through our ERS here. We could back Perez up with Alonso, but I don't think that's beneficial to our strategy here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go on to neutral here with Ocon. If we get past, if we get the notification that we got past, we'll just put him on a neutral or on a harvest. So Alonso gets by Perez. All right, we get past. So we're gonna just put him on harvest. We'll let him fall into this big pack here. Hopefully gain his ERS back. Looks like Alonso is in play here. Alright, there's a car that ran wide.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Alright, Tsunoda locked up. Alright, so now we're going to jump on board with Ocon. Ocon needs to just start catching up here with Mr. 7 time. Get deploy. Hopefully we get the DRS. We do get the DRS. Just need to push into that boundary. Really not use everything all up here. We're just using overtake to, or not overtake, we're using, alright, so we're gonna get this, huge draft down this front straightaway. Look on the inside. We're gonna make a move. Don't think that's a smart idea. Alright, so we're just gonna skip ahead. We're gonna let him still continue to harvest. Got Magnussen on that group here behind Russell. Rain still looks like it's staying away.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Alright, so we're up here with Science, actually, which is interesting. Alright, so we got ERS fully charged, so we can put him back onto neutral.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep an eye on Ocon's distance to... What happened to Ocon? Oh, Ocon's ahead.
That's
A bit
good
tired.
overtake from
Uh,
Alpine.
I wonder if we could push with Alonso to break into Verstappen here.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
So it looks like we have a good 6th through 9th DRS train that is developed. And we're just going to focus on maintaining Ocon's stuff here. Looking at the rain looks like it's holding off. We got cars pitting. Alright, so we're actually, just because we can, and because I'm going to look at the rain percentage, we got a 40% chance about when we're going to have to pit. And that's going to carry through this part of the race here, so I think it might be worth it just to kind of push and then go on to the mediums here and potentially have a shot to This is the key word here to catch Verstappen maybe, because we've broken the DRS from Perez, which is insane. Ocon is still pretty far out here, so we are going to push Alonso. He's going to come out behind a Williams, and he's going to lose a bunch of time here. Hopefully he doesn't get Perez back in. Alright, so we're just going to put him back on neutral. We're going to let him push on the tires. Got a yellow flag in one of the sectors. Don't know what that was for. Perez pits.
Looks like there's been a lock-up.
Alonso's still going. Alright, so Ocon's all by himself. We're going to put him on deploy. And then we're going to have him go... No, we're going to just have him go standard on the tires. You know, no, we'll have him go aggressive. Why not? Alright, Alonso currently in the lead. got 14 seconds to Ocon behind him.
No more DRS.
Right.
Copy that.
So he's got no more ERS, so we're going to have him harvest for a second. So you got the fastest lap there. Let him charge up his ERS here. Hopefully charges up maybe a little bit faster. Letting him push here on his tires. A 10% chance of rain. Alright. Now we're going to go into neutral with him. We have Leclerc 4 seconds behind. We could have him defend here, but I really want him to get a good result. And I think with our 17 seconds that we have with Alonso is pretty good here. So we're going to fast forward and we're going to keep an eye on the rain here. Oh, we have a... Oh, it's our strategy thing. I saw the yellow thing and I got concerned. So Verstappen locked up. Let's watch that replay actually.
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
How much time is he going to lose? Man, he went way out there. He's in the gravel too. Oh, he must have lost a bunch of time. Where is he? It looks like he's probably lost about 10 seconds. I thought he was ahead of Leclerc there. Alright, so we got 40% chance of rain in 3 minutes. One minute. Alright, optimal pit lap. Screw off. Alright, we're gonna have Alonso go neutral. We're gonna just
Maybe drop back a little bit, please.
bet on there potentially being some rain on the racetrack. So we can pit him straight onto the mediums and just have him go, but we're gonna have Ocon hold cars back. We got a pit lap's gonna open with him pretty soon. But we're gonna try to pit Alonso before we pit Ocon. Alright, just waiting on this rain here, see what happens. Got rear graining.
Rear graining.
Alright. Rain is
Understood.
fine, and then we enter a patch with, okay. I think we're gonna just say screw it, we're gonna pit onto the hard tire. Can we make the soft tire work? Can I adjust my strategy here and just kind of look? Learn. Add new strategy. Ooh, we can. So we can go stint here. Back it up to our current lap. Can we do that? No, because that's not going to be our current lap. We can get the softs to last here to the end, so we can just do that instead of doing whatever the hell I was just thinking of doing. So we're going to have him pit on to a brand new set of soft tires.
Okay, so boxing this lap.
Alright, we've lost touch with both of the Ferraris. We're going to have them on... We're going to have Ocon actually go on to attack here on the DRS. We're going to actually jump on board with him too. Hopefully. We can latch onto these boys here. So Alonso has a almost 20 second gap to the Ferraris behind, so we might be able to pit here onto the soft tire and have something to say for it. We got red, and that's on the tires. Okay, that's nothing to worry about. We're going to try to hold in the DRS range here. We're going to watch where Alonso comes out in relation to the leaders. We have a caution flag, sector 1. What was that for?
Was that a lockup on the track?
Vettel has locked up. Okay, where's Alonso? Alonso's coming out of the pit road right now. We are outside of the DRS range, so I think it's time to attack, go neutral, and box Ocon onto the soft tire. Alright, so it was Alonso's just rolling out of the pits. He's going to lose the lead.
Alright, let's push.
Copy.
Alright, Alonso is going to come out behind Ocon. We're going to have him selected to don't fight the teammate. Actually, we could have him. We're going to cancel his box in here. We're going to let Ocon back up to Alonso and at least give him a DRS for a lap or two. We're actually going to have him go conserve to do that. Conserve, lift, harvest, everything he can do here. Alright, into the DRS zone, we're going to do standard, balanced, neutral, and then we're going to have him selected to don't fight teammates. It's going to give him the DRS. I thought I selected for him to... Okay. Alright, so we're going to watch and see where Ocon comes out in relation to everyone else around him. So he's going to come out with Magnussen and Hamilton. So that's good for him, but he's on a brand new set of soft tires. And what are they on? They're on mediums. I wonder if... Okay, so what is more important at the moment? So Alonso needs to break Perez and Hamilton. I mean, Perez and Verstappen. So we're going to let him go on to harvest. He's going to harvest into the Red Bulls. And we're going to jump on board with Ocon here. Alright, so now that he's passed, we're going to put him on to deploy. He's going to go attack, and he's going to push. And we're going to let... we're going to let Alonso just kind of sit there. Our hope here is have Ocon gap Magnussen by a lot very quickly so we can break the DRS zone.
Alpine just advanced.
Alright, so he's ahead of him. We're only about 7/10 ahead. We're about 9/10 ahead. Alright, so we're going to save our ERS here. We're going to continue to push throughout the lap here. Sweet, okay. What's this going to do on his strategy? Look at the strategy view. I think we have a little bit to give up, but we're going to wait till the end of the race to do that, but we'll let him push for a lap or two. We're going to view on board with Alonso here and see what he's doing. We're going to harvest until we are good, and then we're going to slingshot hopefully just one of the Red Bulls, and then we are going to use that to our advantage. Alright, how far is Ocon ahead? We're going to have him go onto standard and balanced. Alright, so we're going to jump on board here. We're going to fast forward until Verstappen hits middle sector. There's a yellow flag. We have a safety car. We have a safety car. Where's Ocon? Alright. So we are going to conserve all our stuff here. We got fuel that we can save. We can harvest. Do we have a gap to pit anybody into? I think we have a gap to pit Ocon into, and we're going to just put him onto a brand new set of soft tires. Do we have one? It's better. One that is slightly better, but I don't think it matters. So we're just going to have him...
I think there's been contact on the track.
Alright, so what happened here? Alright, so we've got Magnussen, unfortunately, and is that Lewis? Oh no. Oh, that is a hell of a crash. Is that Russell? Can't tell.
That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover?
Alright, we're going to skip through this. We're going to see who was actually involved in that. That was... No, that was Russell. So we're going to cycle to the lead. Alright. So we're going to cycle to the lead. Keep conserving our ERS here. And we're actually just going to immediately, when we have the shot to... We're going to go full push here with Alonso. And, yeah, we're just going to push like hell, hopefully be able to push a gap and go for two.
Safety car will be in this lap.
And we're going to go standard, balanced,
copy.
neutral. And do the same with Ocon, standard, balanced, neutral. Fast forward just a little bit here. Safety car. Okay, and then we're gonna put him on to attack. He's gonna push. He's gonna deploy. We're gonna put Ocon on to. We're gonna leave Ocon on neutral, and we're gonna look at Alonso from behind. Kind of see what he can do here. We're gonna watch and see if he can break the Ferrari of Leclerc. We don't have DRS yet. That is why I am not pushing Ocon here. But we have Leclerc. He is right on us, so I don't think we're going to be able to break him. But hopefully we can pull him to the point of where we might be able to get a gap with him and some other people here. Oh, we might be able to break the DRS here. Just gotta keep pushing, gotta keep pushing, gotta keep pushing. Oh, we're still too far. Okay, we just broke DRS, but we're gonna keep this going for a little bit longer. Alright, when is DRS going to be re-enabled? Alright, we're going to go into neutral, going to go into balanced, and then we're only going to go on to aggressive with the tires. Actually, we're going to go neutral on the tires. So hopefully this gap doesn't come back, but we're going to go overhead here. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. We're going to see what's going to happen here with... Alright, so DRS is enabled. Alright, so we're going to jump on board with Ocon here. To see what he can do is he is behind Verstappen. So we're going to have Ocon deploy. We're going to have him go aggressive. We're going to have him go balanced. So we need him to catch up to Mr. Verstappen here. We're going to keep an eye on Leclerc and his distance to Alonso. Alright, so we are close to the back bumper of Verstappen. Alright, so we're going to go into neutral with Mr. Ocon. He's now in the DRS. Alright, so Alonso just needs to get out of this corner hard, because we have just let Leclerc get into the DRS range. We're going to ride on board with him. Does he have the DRS open? Ah, crap. Okay, he does. I think we just ruined it there. So we just pulled him out of the DRS zone. Alright, so we're going to just harvest into Leclerc, because we have almost 2 seconds back to car behind. And if we harvest here, we can actually just DRS train with Leclerc to the end of the race. We're going to jump on board with Ocon here, who looks like he's getting passed. Was that Verstappen? We're going to jump to this outside view. That's a terrible camera angle. So yeah, it looks like he got passed by Verstappen there. We're going to just hold neutral with him. Harvest with Alonso. Alonso goes down to second place. Alonso looks on the inside here. You need to be being a little bit more tactical here, Fernando. So he's holding the DRS. He's going to be held back here by Leclerc. Man, they're battling hard for the win. I think our best bet here is to sit behind Leclerc for a little bit until our ERS is completely charged, and then make a charge at the end of the race. I wonder if it would be worth it. I mean, we have a shot right now. Let's just go in standard with Ocon, and let's actually just have him go overtake. Let's see if we can get by 2 cars here and just kind of sit in position. So we can pass some people here and be further up in the line. That might be beneficial for our race here. And if it doesn't work out, we can just sit back in the draft and... oh no! Is that going to be another safety car? Alright, we're going to just immediately... We need to go overhead. Is that going to be a safety car? So Verstappen, and who is that? Was that Sainz?
Copy.
Yeah, Sainz and Verstappen just had a get together.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Wow, that was crazy. Yeah, Verstappen locks up and just smacks him right in the rear. That is not going to be a happy grandstands here. We are sitting pretty now because we are looking at a double podium position. Yeah, because we're going to keep him in harvest, and we're going to kind of keep an eye on his distance here to Perez. Keep Alonso. Oh, we're still in overtake. We're gonna have him harvest now. Behind Perez. Hopefully not use the slingshot to let him get close to Leclerc and Alonso. But we're gonna jump on board with Leclerc and Alonso here. Because we are still harvesting. We're gonna go onto neutral. And then we're gonna wait until front straightaway, and then we're gonna go onto overtake. We're gonna go overtake and then deploy. So we are gonna wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, wait and overtake. So we're close enough to him to where we might be able to take this overtake past him and then make a good run through these first couple corners. Oh, come on, man. Dang it. Alright. Neutral. Neutral through the last wrap. What's going on here with Ocon? Ocon's still 2/10 behind. Alright, so we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna let Alonso harvest for a lap. I'm gonna let him go neutral. Why is he defending? What line is this? So we're gonna wait for him to get close to Perez. Alright, we're gonna have him go on to overtake maybe a little bit early, so he's kind of able to sit close behind him, and then we're going to see if we can make a charge here and potentially gap him. But we're closer to him than we are Leclerc to Alonso. So hopefully, running through this corner here, we can kind of get the run. Come on. Alright, we're going to get it here. Please, please, come on. Damn it, Ocon. Alright, neutral. Alright. Now it's time to do it with Alonso. We're going to wait until we hit the end of the back straightaway there, and then we're going to let him go overtake. So we're going to actually do it a little bit early. We get super close here, entering this corner. Do not want to pass him here. I want to be able to pass him and then use the infield to kind of gap him. It says we have red on the fuel, but I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, where is he sitting with tires compared to us? So he's got more tires than we do. Okay. Do we have a shot here to get by him? We're going to go on the inside here. Oh, come on, Alonso. Get those damn elbows out. Damn it. Alright. You know what? We're going to hold overtake. We're going to hold overtake. We got to go for it. We got to go for it. Alright, we're running close here. I don't know if we want to make the pass here. Really do not want to make the pass here. We do. Alright, so we're going to go deploy. Alright, we're going to go overtake. We're going to overtake. Okay, we have a good shot here. We're going to be right behind him. We got a caution in Sector 3. What's that for?
Advance the race position.
Are we sitting behind him? Make the move, you idiot.
Someone spun out.
Alright, Schumacher spun. Alright, so we are ahead of Mr. Perez here, so we're going to deploy to see if we can gap him. Alright, we're still sitting behind Leclerc here. We're going to try to keep an eye on Ocon's stuff going on here. Looks like Leclerc is doing some good ERS kind of saving maybe in the mid-sectors, or he's maybe just holding us up. But this is going to be our last shot here with the ERS before we're going to have to conserve, and we are going to harvest. Alright.
Okay, copy.
We go neutral. Yeah, and Perez is going to have a hell of a run on us here, so we're going to go on to harvest for now, which is unfortunate. Alright, so we're going to skip through here a little bit, watch and see what happens here. And both of our boys kind of harvest up a little bit of their energy. Kind of keep an eye on what is going on here. Make sure that, okay, we need to jump on board with Alonso now, because Alonso is getting dangerously close to losing the DRS here. Alright, so the ERS is fully charged on Mr. Ocon here. Alright, so we're going to have him go on a neutral. We're going to have him go on an overtake. Alright, we're going to have Alonso go neutral here. Alright, where's Alonso at? Alonso, we're going to put him on overtake. Gotta get him close, gotta get him close. He's gonna have the speed here, he's gonna be able to shoot it on the inside. It's not gonna be close enough. We're gonna go neutral. Never thought we'd be going for back-to-back victories. What, the 6th race of the season in, so got yet another yellow flag, sector 3. That looks like it cleared itself out, so we're gonna go overtake now. I don't think we're gonna be able to make the move here. Schumacher's having a hell of a race. Alright, we're gonna go neutral with, or we're gonna actually let him go overtake. Screw it. Where's Alonso? Alonso's close here. Loses a lot of time there. That Ferrari has a lot of drive out of that final corner there. We need to look on the inside here. We need to get alongside before the corner. Get into the braking. Come on, man. And just a wheel-to-wheel battle here between these two. Right, Ocon has lower battery percentage than Alonso. So once Ocon's kind of sitting there with not too much battery, we might have to consider having to drop Fernando off of overtake. Yeah, we're gonna put him onto. Oh, we got ahead. Now, okay, we're gonna have to put him onto Harvest here.
Disabled. DRS disabled.
Alonso's gonna have a shot here on the outside. He needs to make it work.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
All right, he's gonna hold him, squeeze him on the inside, but the Ferrari just has a freaking hell of a drive off this corner.
Awesome. Keep it up.
All right, so we're now into. We're into freaking. What happened there with Perez?
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
All right, so we're gonna go attack now on both cars with their tires because we only have a lap left, and I didn't realize that. So we're gonna go push 2 with the fuel. We're gonna actually have Alonso harvest here, just for this final bit of the lap, and we're gonna let Ocon harvest as well. Alright, so we're going to have him now go on to overtake coming onto this final lap here, see if we can pass Leclerc on the front straightaway. Alright, we're going to jump on board here. We're going to put him onto... I don't think we can do anything with Ocon. We're going to have to just hope that...
One more lap, one more lap.
Alright, we're going to have a good shot here. Oh, we're going to get by him. Alright, we're going to go neutral. Actually, we're going to go harvest. We're going to go harvest. We need to save some ERS.
And recharge on. Recharge on. Copy.
Oh, come on, Alonso.
Okay, mate, doing a good job.
I can't do anything, guys.
Alright, so we're going to have Ocon go on to
Red Bull
overtake here.
Overtake available.
Gonna watch the this from Alonso's standpoint, so we're going to have Alonso go on defend here. Ocon is on overtake. Alright, so we got 5/10 to Mr. Alright, so we're going to go in neutral, actually, because we cannot afford to lose any more ERS here. This might be a photo finish here coming up to the line. And Alonso doesn't have any ERS. Leclerc's got to run, but we won another freaking Grand Prix. And Ocon is going to come out of the final corner and finish 4th.
How are you? Awesome job.
Alonso has done it! Fernando Alonso is today's Grand Prix winner.
Okay, Stan, that is the checkered flag.
Copy. Yeah, great job, guys. Great teamwork this weekend. Good point.
Absolutely, good job. Pick up as well.
What a flawless weekend here from Fernando Alonso. His team must be proud.
That is Alonso's 100th podium.
Never have a team been more deserving of a podium. Everyone must be ecstatic. And the talented veteran rounds off another great drive, adding to his impressive F1 podium tally. Alongside them, of course, the other two talented drivers completing today's podium lineup. I imagine everyone at Alpine will be very satisfied with their performance today.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team's performance today won them a lot of new fans.
That's right, and they finished the race weekend in third place in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Well, I was not expecting that. Alonso, who is going to leave the team at the end of the year, picks up another victory, 2 in a row at his home Grand Prix. That would have been amazing to see this year. Could happen next year in real life if if Aston picks their stuff up, which is extremely likely. We had a lot of crashes in that. We had Sainz and Verstappen getting involved in a big wreck. We also had Magnussen and Russell absolutely just hammer the inside wall, or not inside wall, the turn 1 wall. But Sainz, Verstappen dropped down. They finished 9th and 10th. We finish top of the board with the fastest lap. And we have Ocon in 4th place getting 12 points. So that was a fantastic race result from us. Looking at your driver standings with the bad result that Max Verstappen just had, we move Alonso up to 3rd in the championship. Alonso looking really, really good here. I don't think we're in necessarily championship contention, but you never know. I didn't expect us to win 2 races, let alone get 2 podiums. So for us to have 2 wins this early in the season, hey, maybe we might be able to make a fight for the Drivers' Championship. So looking at your Constructors' Championship, we have a big gap to Mercedes. They'll eat up on that soon, I'm assuming, once they kind of get their crap together. Red Bull are, 55 points ahead of us, so they're pretty untouchable. We'd have to have a pretty amazing couple weeks and rest of the season for that to be a thing. But heading to Monaco, you never know what kind of weird stuff might happen. So yeah, hopefully we're able to continue this up and maybe potentially keep Mercedes behind us. All right, so driver experience, 360 for Alonso. We actually got 100 for experience for Alonso. Ocon gets 815, and Jack Doohan gets another development point. All right, so leaving the race, we get a 930,000 clause bonus. We had to pay Alonso, and Ocon got his first bonus clause of the season. We leave with $3.7 million. All right, so we finished manufacturing. I believe that's our 4th copy of the front wing, so we should be set with that for a little bit. All right, so from the driver's screen, we're going to go just upgrade Jack Doohan real quick. His lowest stat being smoothness, so we're going to hit him with the 1 development point. And he's going to get an overall rating increase, so that is cool to see. We're kind of getting that tangible, nice little upgrade to his overall. So hopefully we can see him get that higher, and maybe end of the season, I'd like to see him hit 78. 78 or 80, that'd be cool. Well, how about that? 2 weeks in a row, we've won a race. I think critically from a game standpoint, I don't know if Alpine's maybe closer to, or the field is kind of closer together than they actually are in kind of real life. I picked this career mode just because I thought it would be a better kind of role-playing experience to have Alpine with the kind of driver situation they have. I wish this game had a difficulty setting because, we can't set a difficulty setting. It'd be nice to do that because I would kind of turn it up so I didn't have these situations. I wish we were fighting for, we'd maybe have like a race or two where we're ahead of the Mercedes, but it's kind of, the situation is kind of giving us this opportunity to go out and be able to win these races. We were not going to be able to do that unless we had a safety car, I don't believe. Alonso had a pretty big gap there, though, at the beginning, so yeah, I mean, this is a really good game, though, but maybe that's kind of an aspect of the game that needs to be looked at. But hey, 2 wins in 6 races, that's absolutely incredible for in an Alpine. Like, if we did that in a Mercedes, that'd be kind of insane, but just do that in an Alpine is even crazier. So if you liked the episode, like, comment, subscribe, all that dumb YouTube stuff, and I hope you have a good rest of your week.